Alright, so Nomad Nights call this a side episode for our new guy, Deacon. Actually, the only other thing you needed was just a nickname that isn't your character's name. Did you just want to go with easy? No. Just because it's recorded, even though no one's watching, I don't want to be like, hey, first and last name person, what are you doing? I'd rather just give everyone nicknames. Yep. But as we pick up about, eh, roughly 1 year ago from present day, a little more than year and a half, in 2023, on the Las Vegas Strip, on a regularly busy night, we come across a guy hustling. What's this guy doing? This guy's you. I will say it is about 7. So it's the summer, so the sun's probably like just starting to set, and you're still just a dude. No, are you counting cards? At this point, it's not impressive that you're doing that. At this point, it's or that they're even managing to like toss you out, two big guys. It's more that there are any casinos left in the city for you to not have already been like banned from. Uh huh. Yep. Yep. It's like you just hear one of the bouncers. If you come in here again, you will be trespassed. Wait, are you doing this in like broad daylight? Or not, I mean, not daylight. Are you trying to stealth check this? Is this gonna be your fourth roll, or are you just doing this? Okay, hold up. It's still gonna be your first roll. I'm assuming you don't have cybernetics or anything yet. You're just a guy. So first roll. All right. So gameplay chat, dice rolls. So how the roller works is you type in slash. You're gonna see a little dice thing that says roll. Click on that, and then you just type in 1d20. I'm guessing. Yeah, this is skill because he's gonna try and punch you in the face. And I'll say you don't have quite any bonuses yet, so it's just a straight 1d20, and then you hit the send. Wait, what did you get? Hold on, I okay. I was gonna give him a bonus because I mean he's a bouncer, he's got skills, but does he even need it? No, he doesn't. Oh goodness. Wait, what the hell did you roll? Oh, you put it in the wrong space. Hold up. What the heck? Where the heck did you put it? Would you put it in leveling? Yeah, you put it in leveling. I'll let you re-roll that for free. It's cool. It's kind of funny. One of the players actually put it in the wrong chat once, and none of us noticed, and we kept typing in that chat for like an hour. Yeah, that's big oofs. Well, we'll see. It doesn't like me either. Well, when I play as characters who try to help the party, it does terrible. But when I'm the enemies, it does great. So I don't know. This won't kill you. Okay, 1d20. I doubt he'll get. Oh my god! Almost. I was gonna say I doubt he'll get a nat 20. You're not knocked out. Basically, how that works is if you take more than 20% at like 20% of your health on like a hit to the face, you can be knocked out. But you're good, just barely. But he does rock you pretty good. Now, if you want to roll for stealth, despite not at all being stealthy, you could probably still get his wallet because he'd just assume you couldn't since he punched you in the face. I'll just roll against his detection. Like he just assumes that he did it. I'll even give. Wait, never mind. You already. Have you put it in yet? I'll say you get like at least a +3 to stealth just because it'd be in character. Wow. We'll see. This guy's just rolling. Oh wait, that is not right. You know what? I'll take it because that means he did even worse. I accidentally hit a 9 instead of a 0, but you know what? I'll accept it. He doesn't realize he's like, yeah, that'll sure teach you, and then he just walks away and like slams the door closed. Yes, he did. His like driver's license. It's like Ryan Turing. Just random like freaking what are those things called? Like ice cream scratch off cards or whatever those things are, coupons. Probably say like $80. Yeah. Maybe like maybe like a credit card and then just a debit card. He looks nothing like you. What? Okay. I don't know. It's a big, burly, bold white guy. And is your guy supposed to be white, or is he Asian, or is that just the anime filter? Okay. Yeah, he doesn't really look like you, but sure, you can sell his wallet to whoever. Okay. Yeah. As you like, probably make your way back down the street, you hear like the sounds of some motorcycles revving, and like a biker gang is like going down the strip. Just kind of like, I mean, they're not speeding, but they're not like paying any mind to passerbys as they like rev through here, like almost bowling people over. But they'll probably like stop into maybe a bar that you like and head in. It was worth it. Let's see. Can I find? Damn it! I just lost the sneeze. I mean, yeah, there's no one of note that you know. The bikers like literally just parked their bikes and went in. You actually like hear them like talking the shit, laughing. You will see. Well, let me. Actually, I could just send it on PlayStation now. That's the good thing about you being in the group or being in the app. Usually I send it on Discord. Do I not still have this guy's picture? Yeah, I do. It's a guy in a black leather jacket. It's got Hellhawks written on it. The symbol's like a hawk and like flames or whatever. Hold on. I will send this to you. I need a laptop. It'll be in the images section of the gameplay chat. So the explanation on all the other images in there, don't even get me started. But I'll explain those later. Yeah, he's the leader. You can tell he's got the extra swagger of like bossing everybody around as they make their way in. He looks at you. He knows you. This is your bar. He probably doesn't even know your real name. I don't know. One of your aliases, like Jack or something. Like, is this your card? He like eyeballs you. Sure. Uh huh. Uh huh. I was gonna say to roll stealth, but I doubt he actually cares as much. As long as you're actually paying him, he like runs it through and it isn't declined, so he's like, all right. He's gonna like order you up a drink of your choice. Okay. Yeah, as these bikers make their way, they're just being rowdy. They're probably maybe some of them are drunk yet, terribly irresponsible, and they're just like making noise, like pushing people out the way, doing biker gang shit. uh, yeah, as one of them, probably like, yeah, I'll say one, maybe not the leader, one who's gonna like sit by you, just like this random dude. You probably saw him like I don't know how much attention you were paying, but he got like off like they all had Harleys, but his looked a little different. Like it was an electric bike, I'd say. I don't have the picture for it because it was like from a year ago, but it's just slightly different looking than the other ones. The other ones were like gray and tan and black, but his is like just black and gray, and it almost looks like a dirt bike. but it's still a Harley. It's just slightly oddly designed. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" What is the drink? Is the question. Fair enough. He's like, "So you know this? This your bar, huh? You know this place?" You think you're a tough guy or something? Because we're recruiting guys like that. We're gonna run this city. Ugh. He's like, whatever. He's gonna like ignore you and go back to probably ordering whatever drinks they got. It's probably all whiskey. Maybe a few beers. Personally, can't stand the stuff. Tastes like piss. But they're gonna go about being rowdy. I'll roll and see for this if they're gonna cause chaos. Hold on. D20. God, I keep almost rolling 29s. They probably do kind of make a mess, but there's enough for the regular patrons in when the bartender like threatens to kick them out. They don't like put up a fight. But they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll be back and we're gonna wreck this fucking place." But they're like too drunk to really manage anything right now. They just kind of piss off. The one you were talking to earlier flips you off. But yep, I don't know. I'd say how long you think you spent at the bar? Like a couple hours? Getting oh yeah, so it's getting close. Yeah, it'd be like 9, maybe like 10 or so. You'd get home, or where would your home be at? You said it's the school bus, right? It's just like parked in an abandoned mall or something. Mm-hmm. Why don't you describe this little your abode to me as you make your way back, maybe slightly tipsy. Yeah, all the paint is sun bleached. The question is, did you do the graffiti? Okay. What did you draw? Yeah. I feel I feel like it maybe at some point it got out of hand, so it's like any random punk kids who see this will just assume, oh yeah, free art, and then they're gonna graffiti it as well. Yeah, this is probably like one that like you definitely didn't do. It's like a freaking giant flaming, or not? I guess not giant. It's like a flaming eyeball with like "he sees all" written under it. It's just like, huh, that's weird. Great. Is you probably have some jury rigged lock to keep people out. You managed to finish your way into that. But what about the inside? Like, are there any original seats left, or have you torn them all out? Is it just like a tarp or something to keep the water in? Yeah. I'd imagine there's like carpet here too. Not like professional, but like maybe you found some spare carpet outside of like what do they call those? Carpet layers? I forget. Uh yeah. Just all over the place. Or I can't remember. Maybe a contractor. It's a roll of carpet, but there's nothing actually holding it on. It's just a giant roll of like spare carpet that you cut into roughly the right shape. But if like you stop too fast, it'll slide out of place. Assuming this thing runs. Does this thing run? Okay, yeah. Yeah, functional enough. Just just box spring, no box spring, just the mattress. Yeah, yeah, makes sense. Oh, yeah. I feel like maybe a bit of library you had, because it's like, I mean, you're about your money. You deserve some luxury every now and then. Maybe you took the emergency exit, on the roof, took that out and had it welded, not welded, but like basically a sheet of metal with some glass in it. Maybe had that welded on to make yourself a little sunroof. Very much jury rigged. Mm-hmm. Maybe another like I don't know if it'd be like a ladder or a sheet of metal, something that you could use as a ramp to just like roll it right out the back entrance. Yep. But as you clean yourself up and get prepared for bed as like after another successful day of hustling, maybe before you go to sleep you wanna look out at the city lights from on top of the bus. Ah, full of fake IDs and monies. Makes sense. And yeah, as you like look out at the city lights, you notice like the opposite direction, maybe just a glint of light catches your eye, like out towards the desert, away from the city. It's looks like a shooting star, and then you'll see another one, and quite a few actually. And this is going on for a while. There's at least like maybe 50 of them at least that you can see just like shooting stars like landing out over the desert. Which actually I'll let you do an intelligence roll before I like tell you too much more about what's going on with this. I mean, it wouldn't give you like a ton of information anyway. You just think it's really pretty. Do you think your guy would have a smartphone or internet access or anything? Probably a phone at least. Oh yeah, definitely. There's one of those freaking scammer satellites on top of your satellite dishes on top of your bus. But I mean, you don't remember anything on the news about there being a meteor shower. You know, usually there's like a little segment. It's like, oh yeah, everyone go look at the solar eclipse or the meteor shower or the northern lights or whatever. But you don't remember anything like that. Maybe you just missed it. But it is pretty, so there's that. Yep. And what is it? Oh, with that, you're probably like, had a good night, got cleaned up, made some money, got some drinks. Probably head to bed unless you're gonna, I don't know, stay up and watch Netflix or something. Yep. Still cheat, lie, beg, and borrow. But I'd say at around 11:30, if you're not all the way asleep, you're gonna hear some sounds. Like it's weird, kind of like tapping sounds, almost like metal on metal. It's not particularly, it's not deafening, but it's definitely not quiet. Sounds like something on the roof of your bus. Uh huh. I mean, in your half. Well, yeah, you could. I mean, you can roll intelligence, or you can just like free ball it out there and see what's up. You do have a machete. You can handle yourself. Yeah. I was gonna say it could be a raccoon, but since you're still like roughly within semi limits, it could also be a tweaker. As you stick your head up, I mean, you're still kind of sleepy, and you're not quite far enough into the city that it's all the way lit up, but it's not pitch black either. You don't really see much at first, but then you realize what you're looking at is hard to see because it's not a thing where it's like you can see it where it's bright. It's the object you're looking at is actually darker than like the darkness around the bus. It's like, oh, that's a shadow. It's like, oh, there's something in the shadow. It's like, wait, no, the shadow is moving. Like whatever you're looking at is Vanta Black, if you know what that is. Yeah, something big that color is kind of moving around on top of the bus. Yep. Why don't you give me a stealth check? Yeah. As you like try to like slowly close the thing, you just see the thing it stop and like you're assuming their legs, maybe limbs, just like change in your direction. And then maybe you just want to like slam the door closed. I don't know. All right. What's the next step? As you hear the tick 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 tick, as it's like sounds like multiple sets of limbs, like metal limbs, like tapping against the top of this bus. Yep. You hear the tapping as it like stops above the door and just no noises. Yep. I am going to actually. You know what? I'll roll. Let's see what this thing can do. It can do lots of things. I mean, you've never thought about calling the police in your life, but maybe the thought crosses your mind before you're like, nah. As you think that, you see the metal of the door like start to be pressed in a little bit. Yeah. It's just yes. At this point, you're just like the meme of that little like Mexican child holding the cross and screaming. But it's actually not gonna like break the door in. You hear the thing like back up a little bit, and kind of skitter around on the roof some more, and then you hear it stop, and you just see a figure like drop off the side of the bus. Yep. It's I mean, it's not great. At first, you think it looks like a big freaking spider, but then it's like, it's not enough limbs. It's basically looks like a giant bat. It's about 9 feet tall. But it's like how they walk on their forelimbs is how it's like kind of skittered around outside the bus. You see it like looking around, and then it's like it looks at you through the window. Then it's gonna skitter towards the front of the door, and it's gonna like take one of its little claws and like start fidgeting around with the door. I like how I like how some nightmare creatures try to get into your house. And you're like, I don't want to repair the door. It's trying to open the door. Uh huh. Okay. So you get closer. Which gun do you have, by the way? Okay. I remember you said something about a bigger gun. Yeah, that's fair. All right. So let me roll again for this and see if it can just see if it's gonna get the door open before you do that. Nope, not with a five. All right, so you like slam the door open, try to surprise this thing, right? And go ahead and get off a shot. So, whatever. I'll say you have a +1 to this because you've shot some barrels or empty beer bottles out in the desert. Oh God, 1d20 +1. That's I believe it. I mean, it's not like trying to dodge or anything, so I didn't make you roll speed. Let me. I believe an 8 is like a graze hit. Yeah. So you like clip this thing, maybe like hit it. You're like, oh, I gotta hit it in the face, but maybe you like hit the ear. But even that, you hear an audible like pew as it bounces off and like ricochets off in some random direction. Yep. It's gonna come at you now. You run into the other side of the bus. Yep. Not that I'd imagine you're gonna look back at this, because everyone knows you don't look back in a horror movie. But if you did, you'd see it crawling along the ceiling now as it's coming after you. Yeah. I guess you can give me one more roll to see if you get a shot off with that. What would be in that? What do you have in there? Slugs or buckshot? Okay. You're not having a good. Buckshot would have helped you with that one. Yeah, in your panic, like since you didn't look back, you just shoot straight down the front of the bus because you're like, oh, it's right behind me, and completely miss it because it's on the ceiling, and it's just gonna jump down and like jump on top of you. Yeah. You realize, like, kind of getting a better look on it in the lights of the bus. It's not organic. It is Vanta black, but it's almost like metal. Like when you shine a light on it, you can tell that this thing is like made somehow metallic. Yeah, it's gonna freaking take out one of its claws. Oh yeah, it's gonna extend the claws on one arm and then just kind of lift you up by your shirt with the other. And then you just see like before you even realize there's like a flash of motion and the claw that was on your right is now on your left side. Like it like flashed past you. And I don't even know if it'd be. I don't even know when the pain would set in because of all the adrenaline. But at some point, you're gonna realize your legs really fucking hurt. Or I guess maybe where your leg. Huh? Yeah. 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 Pretty much. And then as this. And then this thing's pretty much just gonna drop you on the ground so you can like try to scurry away or whatever. Quick, make a crawler. Yeah, and then right when you expected like this is the end. I had a good run. I got killed by a demon bat. Like I really want to know what's up with that. It just steps back, and then it bursts into flames. Yep, lights up the like not even a normal fire. It's like a magnesium flare. It's straight up blinding. Starts out white, goes to red, basically goes through like all the colors of the spectrum, and then it just kind of transforms, gets smaller, and probably between blood loss, panic, and sheer confusion, I'd imagine you pass out before you see what this thing actually turned into. You liked what? Yep, yep. But probably within I don't know. I can't even imagine what type of dreams you would have after this. But after waking up from whatever that is, you are back in the same place you were, just laying on the floor. Still alive for some reason. I'd imagine maybe it was a bad dream. Who knows? I mean, you are on the floor next to your mattress. You're not in your mattress. Yeah, it feels, I don't know, like almost energetic, like it's easier to sit up than normal, but who knows? Maybe just no hangover today. There is a bullet hole in your windshield, and your shotgun and your pistol are like strewn about. Yeah, what are you where are you gonna look at if before I make you roll intelligence, see what else you can figure out on your own? dog is covered in blood, but there is no nightmare creature. I'd say before you get there, you also see like a pair of legs on the ground. Kind of look like your legs, which is weird because you're standing right now. Yeah, your legs are the Vanta black color now. Just do you take off running? Just yeah, you don't know what direction you're running in, but you're just running and panicking, and you don't know what happened. The freaking demon came and cut your legs off, and now it is your legs. Not entirely sure. Jury's still out on that one, but I'd say maybe like who knows how long it's been. You're just freaking out, man. Like you're not even really paying attention to where you're going, but as you're running, you're like noticing you're like in the street and there's a car alongside you that's moving, but you're keeping pace with it. It's not you're not on the highway, but it's probably maybe a main road. It's probably going a good 25 miles an hour, and you're like keeping pace with this thing, no sweat. Yep. You like skid to a stop, and you hear like a shh. You look down, and like your feet have like torn up the concrete where you stopped. I mean, makes sense. It's like if you don't tie 10% every week, a demon will take your legs. Right now, so with all ideas of calling the cops kind of gone, you realize that there's a pair of legs in your uh bus, and you really don't want to explain that to anyone. And the fact that they're your legs would only make it like more confusing. You make it there in record time. Like you're like if you are just not holding back, you're probably passing some cars along the way. Mm-hmm. Yep, long pants. I mean, he had on a long shirt. Yeah, thankfully you still have your bits. It didn't take that from you. Yeah, that's like the only human part of you left below the waist, but you got your bits. Still roughly humanoid. Th- yeah, it's like the same design language of that freaking whatever. It's like almost low poly looking, metallic, but there you could tell they're supposed to be toes. Yep, yep. You're probably like your feet are probably like one size bigger now, but you can manage to fit them in there. Probably not. I mean, if you just want the vibes, like you want to wear some freaking Christmas socks or something, go for it. But you also notice is you're not really feeling a lot of pain. If anything, the sensation is weird. It's like you're not numb, but the feeling feels like artificial. It's like you can still feel when you press into something with your leg, but it's like there's no give whatsoever. It's still metal. It doesn't like compress like it's skin and bone. But you can definitely feel when something touches it. Yep. You gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah. Yeah. I mean you're not a murderer, but you're a sketchy dude. You've heard from a guy who heard from a guy that like there are pig farms and like places where you could dispose of bodies if you so chose to do so. Yeah. I mean, maybe the thought crosses your mind. It's like maybe I could go to a hospital or something and have them undo this, but at the same time, that's just as likely to end up as you like in some government lab somewhere. So probably not too likely. Yeah, but and do not to pay taxes. Yes, the demon bat's true masters were the IRS. This is what happens when you don't pay taxes. They will get their cut. I know. Yes, it could have been them. Who knows? But Once you dispose of them however you so choose, and you make your way back to your house, maybe try and clean it up. I mean, there's not really much difference. Like, you're not in any pain, which is surprising. Like, maybe a little bit of soreness, but not as much pain as you would be expecting. And they're not, like, the legs aren't doing anything, really, besides just functioning as normal legs. Yeah. You also notice in the process of maybe trying to like change that you've got some crap on your back. Like there's some metal crap going up your spine. It's basically like connected to the legs that like almost at your butt and then all the way up to like the back of your neck basically. Mm, mm, no, you're the same. How tall are you? Like 5'10"? Still 5'10". As you think of this, you feel like a little bit shifting as you see the legs reform a little bit. They get like slightly thinner and you get slightly taller. Yes, exactly. No, wait, you said you're 5'10", right? You're exactly 6 foot now. Yeah, it made you taller specifically after you wanted to be taller. But I mean, that's I mean, what can you do? They just you got metal legs now. Yeah. Oh, actually, you can try and weigh yourself. Probably, I'd say whatever you were, they probably added like 100 pounds. Like, so the legs themselves are probably, yeah, I guess they'd both be like 50 pounds extra to however much you weighed before. So like, you're not gonna fall through the floor of your bus, but yeah, they're pretty chunky. How they're able to move so fast, it's like extra confusing. But I mean, it's I don't know, demon magic, man. You probably took money from one of those like I don't know what is would he do this like from one of those freaking Ronald McDonald House donation things? Just some money, or is he taking the whole thing? Yeah, that's what I don't know what to tell you, man. That's what happens when you steal from St. Jude's.